Meow, 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 meow.
Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me on Crafted with Rico and James. I'm getting a little smoother with this.
Yeah, you're getting better.
And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. 2021? 2022.
Yeah.
What year are we?
Yeah,
21.
Okay. Happy 2021, guys. Thanksgiving. Wow. Next
Well, if
year.
you're watching this on the replay next year, happy 2022 as well.
Yeah. And hopefully we get there. I'm sure we will.
I what do you know? I mean, do you know something we don't?
No, I'm just thankful we're here for now.
Okay, all right. I was worried for a second.
I'm thankful for all the time that I get with you, Rico and James.
I was going to say, what
Absolutely.
about him? What
Well,
about your?
He's
your
got
long
time
time?
with me.
I'm going to get a lot more time with James than you, so I need to enjoy the time that I have still with you.
Gotcha. Well, back at you both. I really
I'm
enjoy
just
this.
teasing. I'm sure that Rico and I will be doing podcasts, whatever these are called, for the next 45 years.
Might as well be.
Except we'll be in 3D eventually.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Be broadcasting directly into your brain.
Yes. You'll just plug us in, but you won't be able to smell us.
That's a
I will
plus.
always have that turned off. Yes,
Maybe that'll be like a member benefit.
Yes. But, well, guys, I just lost my
Smell the beards for only an extra $1.99 a month.
Ooh, there you go.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us. Tonight's craft, I'm going to be making the first, second, and third place medals for Aquashella Orlando. And every time I do these, I'm going to try to make them different. So my first ones, I should have taken a photo or something and popped them up there. But they were the metal medallion round, but they had the octopus arms coming up around them. And these, I thought I would make look more like megalodon teeth or great white teeth. So that's kind of the goal tonight. And I was hoping that maybe we could get some help from Rico or James for if you guys could pop some teeth up, for us to look at.
What, pop,
Shark
you want me to pop my teeth out?
No. Keep those guys in.
Okay, will do.
So,
hey,
yes.
Before, somebody's saying there's an echo. No, never mind, it's gone. Okay. Before, I didn't get to see the finished product. When did you finish up the?
I did not.
Oh.
I'm still waiting on the stuff to come in that I
Okay.
need to gap fill. I guess I could give you guys an update on it if you want.
I noticed you put the gear nipples on, so I was curious, what...
Absolutely.
I could pull it down and give you guys an update if you like.
Up to you. I didn't mean to, throw you off track. Sure. I was just curious because I noticed you did some updates to it, I think it's cool.
Okay, I'll pull it over.
Well, while you're grabbing that, before we get too far, while you're grabbing those gear nipples, Ed, I want to say Multi-Tank Addiction did send you a $1 super sticker with that big brown pile of fertilizer.
Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it.
Boop, boop.
I do quite a bit. Okay, now I put this hosing all the way around, but I could not get it to fold good on the corners. So I've in last week's stream, some of you guys came up with some great ideas for like epoxy putty that will air dry. And I ordered some on Amazon. It just hasn't shown up yet. So I'm going to put that. Nico's about to come in.
Nico
come on,
approved.
dude. You can't just sit there. Come on. Keep moving.
Let's do this.
Come on, man.
We can show off Nico here.
Okay. Nico. Well, he's looking into the. he's inspecting it to approve it. But
is that for me?
So these will be covered, and then I'll give it over another once-over coat. I did add a couple of these like screw in the that would be like to screw the helmet into the chest, like the outfit, because they all have like little cranks on the back and front to hold it together. So that's what these are. I've added the valves here and there. I added magnets to the top, but I don't like these because they're a little too tall. So I'm going to get those high-powered, thin little. I don't know what Nico's doing now. He's going up into the shelves. I'm going to get the littler, thinner magnets to have that pop in a lot better on top. But that's going to hold the light down to shine down into it. So it's slowly coming along. I can't wait to put on the tarnish and stuff to make it look more antiqued. But yep. And then I'm also going to put bags of sand in the can. There's like this can. I'm going to put bags of sand in there so that way this will be heavier and more sturdy.
Gotcha.
Makes
I don't want
sense.
all the weight on top. But this is just stuff. I'm kind of working on this stuff on the side. Like maybe you'll see me doing some work on Pam's show on Saturday night or on one of Rico's shows. Even though lately I haven't been able to get on Rico shows because I've been so running in circles busy. But I think I'm going to use 2 pounds of clay for these awards tonight. Now I found this old block of clay. I don't know how old it is, so I'm going to open this one first. It's the old-fashioned paper box. But yeah. So let's pop this open and see what we got. Oh, it still feels pretty good.
All right.
Well, guys, did you do anything special for Thanksgiving?
Rico?
We just hung out at home. I was going to go this morning. My wife and my kids went over to Grandpa's house. I did not go with them this morning because they left at 8 o'clock this morning, and I didn't sleep too good last night, even though I went to bed incredibly early. So I didn't go over there. As soon as they got home, though, we just hung out for the entire day. Had a huge meal. My son made almost all of it.
Wow.
Yeah, the youngest. He made almost everything. The turkey was really good. He didn't cook a whole turkey. He did like these slivers, and it was delicious. I mean, it was a whole turkey, but he didn't cook he didn't bake the whole turkey. He didn't roast it. He, cut it into slivers and did a bunch of different stuff with it. It was delicious.
Nice.
And, but yeah, he made most of that. We watched Lord of the Rings again for
nice.
like the, 50th time. And
Right.
then we just hung out. It's just a nice, relaxing day. And then Saturday, we're doing our actual Thanksgiving. We're going to drive up to my oldest son's house. It's about 3.5 hours away and hang out with him for Saturday. And he's cooking us dinner. So both of my boys are cooking dinners.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Them
it's
right.
great. It's great.
Really impressed.
I deserve it.
Yes, you do.
Very nice.
What about you,
Yeah.
James?
We had a really relaxed day. It was just Mrs. Fever, myself, and the kids. No family over or anything. And so I actually got to spend the majority of the day in the kitchen helping her cook and hanging out with the family and all that good stuff, and got some water changes in there as well while different things were baking and cooking, and I had pauses here and there. So got that very accomplished feeling while also very worn out. But yeah, it was a really good day. Lots of fun. It's nice because I spent so many years in retail having to work every single Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to work last Thanksgiving, but it wasn't normal, I guess. Even last year, I still kind of stayed away from the kitchen, and I wasn't really a part of the making of the meal, so to speak. So it was really fun to do that and actually get to spend time with the family creating and having Thanksgiving versus coming home at 11 o'clock at night and microwaving a plate.
Yeah. And the family thing. Oh, you got a couple of super chats there, Ed. You got Steph, IHSP. She said, I keep forgetting I can do this for Ed. And then she's got a hug, a heart, and a bunch of hearts on a smiley face.
Oh, thank
And
you
TJ
so
Autocross,
much.
what's up, dude? He gave you a $9.99. Happy to be closing out Thanksgiving with my favorite live streaming trio.
Oh,
Love
well,
it.
thank you so much. Both of you guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate it.
So
Very much so.
the family thing, James. You said you normally like you have some other family that comes over, right? But this year,
Yeah,
nobody at all.
this year there was no other family. Which there's we won't get into in-laws and all that stuff.
Sure.
There's some family that I don't mind, and other family that maybe I put the liquor out for before they get here, so that's taken care of. But it was nice just having me and her and the kids.
Yeah,
So
it's a
it
nice
was.
break. It's a nice
It
break
is.
once in a
It
while.
is.
I mean, I do enjoy. We were talking about this today. I do enjoy having that big Thanksgiving dinner once in a while, but it can be a little trying, sometimes. And it's nice to have a break where it's just you and your immediate family, just your wife and kids or significant other or
Absolutely.
whatever your configuration is there at home.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I totally agree.
Dee Dee's Fish Den says last Thanksgiving was the first time I watched a fish tube live stream, and we're very glad to have you here then and still.
That was my first Thanksgiving watching them. I had started back in
Yeah.
June or July, but was my first year watching them, so it was a lot of fun.
Dee Dee is
Aquaman
amazing.
wants to know what you're crafting, and you're making the shark tooth right now, right? Or are you making the base of the award?
No, well, the whole thing is going to be the award. Each award is going to be on a shark tooth, and I'm going Megalodon first. And Megalodons kind of have this round part at the top that's a little textured. I have a Megalodon tooth, so I know I can picture exactly how to do a Megalodon tooth.
So I just put a picture down there for you, but it's a shark tooth,
I didn't see it.
Not specifically the Megalodon. So it's a little bit
but
different.
You know what?
I didn't look for.
I think that's a Megalodon tooth.
Well, it doesn't really have the shape that you're talking about at the top. It's almost like an anvil type.
Well, but you see the textured round part?
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing that, though, because that's what holds it into the skin. And then it can rip loose and they just make another one. Oh, you know what, though? I'm making an arrowhead, but it looks like that one goes all the way.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so like my Meg teeth don't quite have the shape with that top part on them.
They look more like the image.
They look more like the image, but not exactly. If I had to say that, I'm probably 97% certain that's not a Meg tooth, but it's similar. Usually,
I don't think Meg tooths are that serrated.
I just look for a basic shark tooth.
So
you're probably right, though. And don't you? You said you have some, don't you, James? You actually have some.
I do. That's what normally I have my necklace on that has my Megalodon tooth, but I think it's in the bathroom hung up because I don't shower with it on. Let's see. We'll just pull one up here unless you've already got one.
I kind of like that one, though.
I was looking at the chat. Actually, I get distracted by chat very easily.
And
hey, you and me both.
Afterwards, we'll let the people decide what should be the first place, second place, and third place. So, like, first place should be the coolest, probably.
Oh, you're not doing them by colors this time.
By what?
By colors.
Well, I'll paint them after I make them.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
So it'll be gold, bronze, and silver.
So each one of them are going to be a little different, and whichever one is the coolest one you think should be the first prize, and so on.
I think so.
There's some variations, but there are quite a few examples for you.
Can you just pop one big one up for me somewhere?
Which one you want?
Raising.
How about the one at the not like at the very top right-hand corner? Yeah.
Jeremy said he's watching he didn't start the stream, so he's watching it at 1.75 speed, and it looks like you're all on speed. He said we're done.
Should I break out the Buster Rhymes rap flow and see how he likes that?
Let's see.
That's what people don't realize is that auctioneer that I do, that's nothing compared to the rap I used to listen to and sing all the time. So, that's where that skill was honed.
Gotcha. And I've never been a rap fan. Always tried. I tried numerous times and just can't get into it. Just not my thing.
Well,
To
that's
each their own.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think it takes a lot of skill. I think it's definitely there's a lot of talent there, and
There can be. There can be.
well, yeah, like any genre. Yeah, any genre of music is that way. There can be, not great music in there, but I do think that there's a lot of talented artists in the genre. But it's not a kind of music that I listen to.
Well, I think one way you could say that there's a lot of talent is if you look at how so many of them become actors. A lot of rappers become actors, which just shows that they're pretty talented. Like Will Smith, Queen Latifah, Ice Cube, Ice T,
Ice Tray,
I don't know,
Iced coffee, shrimp stir fry, shrimp gumbo, shrimp.
Not the Ice Baby guy.
Right.
Oh,
Although he did do some acting, didn't he? Vanilla Ice, didn't he do some?
well, he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But he was himself. But he actually has a really good TV show. He remodels houses down in Florida. And it's actually pretty cool. But he lost most of his money to David Bowie. But that's what you get when you steal
Queen,
other people's
right?
music.
Rick Silva gave you $5 in Canadian, 5 loonies, and says Happy Thanksgiving from Canada.
I love loonies. I really like Canadian money. Toonies and loonies are so cool. Thank you so much. I really like the Canadian coins in general quite a bit.
Wow. And there's Patty gave you a 99-cent with a very Patty-esque screaming love face thing. What would you call that, James?
I'm going to stick with that. That is Patty and the Screaming Love Faces. Sounds like an awesome band, doesn't it?
No, that's Patty's Screaming Love Face.
I don't know that I want to go there. I was trying to segue away from Patty's Screaming Love Face.
And there's Kenny with another $5 super chat. Happy Thanksgiving, gents. Hope you had a good one.
Well,
awesome,
thank
Kenny.
you, kind sir. I really appreciate that. He's an awesome guy. And thank you, Patty. Patty, you just bring so much fun to everything. Thank you for what you do.
Myrtle said Screaming Love Face was Rico's nickname in college.
Does not surprise me.
I love that stupid little joke has got legs, and it's a thing, it's lasted.
So what I'm doing is I'm squeezing a towel around the top of the thing to give it that weird texture.
Oh, okay. See,
give it the texture. It really came out really good.
Can you
can see the texture?
It looks like Prius. No, never mind.
Edit whenever you need that reference picture back up. Just let me know. Until then, I'd like to keep you up so people can see what you're doing there.
Yeah, totally cool.
Like to see it in progress.
Yes.
I almost feel like you need a camera pointing straight down at the table for some of the stuff you do.
I probably should do that. I need to figure out how to have 2 cameras at one time. Like, one. All right. We'll work on that next week. This would have been a really good one for that to happen, too.
Dee Dee said, "Oh, yes, I can see the texture, LOL." Whole bunch of awesome people in here. I can't see how many, but just
got 60 people watching currently.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And I recognize I haven't seen anybody I don't recognize, all the usual suspects. And Diego gave you $1.11 super chat.
Thank you, Diego.
111.
So
can
you see the texture?
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice.
And then this is, I don't want to bring it to a sharp point, on the sides, like a real sharp but are real thin. But that's the main part of the tooth.
So is it going to have anything around the outside of it, or is that really it's all going to be on? Okay, I can see that part there.
I think the pickle part needs to be shorter and fatter.
The pickle part. The pickle part.
I don't know the root part.
Yeah, I don't know what part of that is. It's the part that goes in the gums.
Yeah.
Lord, y'all are killing me.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking.
That textured pickle part that goes in the gums there.
So, what is the grossest Thanksgiving dinner item you guys have ever had in your life?
I'm not a fan of cranberry stuff. Sorry.
Yeah,
Cool.
same here. I do not like cranberry, but I don't eat it because I don't like
Yeah.
it. But there was something somebody made. It was some kind of salad or something that had raisins. And maybe it was sort of like the salad. What'd you call it? Heavenly Delight. I think they call it. I think I've heard that called it that here as well. Fruit salad as well. But somebody I think put raisins in it one time, and I didn't realize. I don't remember if it was that, but it was something that you would not expect raisins in, and it wasn't. You weren't able to tell that there were raisins in there until I already took a bite and got to a raisin and was very angry.
Yes.
It was an angry Thanksgiving.
Well, my dad and I love Jell-O. Okay? All we want is red Jell-O. We'll take it with bananas, maybe strawberries. Otherwise, just give us red Jell-O. My mom always has to add something to it.
Like cat food?
Oh, well, it looked like cat food one year. She had cut up green olives and dropped it in
what?
There. And they all floated to the top, and they looked just like cat food because the green turned orange with the orangish brown because of the red food color. Yeah.
That's sad to do to olives. I don't like, that's one thing I don't care for either, Jell-O. I don't really like Jell-O. And I do really like olives, but those together does not sound like a good combination.
I love my olives, my black olives. I don't care for the green olives.
I like all olives.
We always have olives at the table. And if my Uncle Bruce is watching right now, my family from Iowa, they probably did too. They definitely know that I love the olives. Like I had a great aunt that used to just buy me a can of olives for Christmas. That's what my gift was from her.
Now, do you stuff the olives with anything, or cream cheese or anything?
Oh no, I just eat the black olives.
Just the black olives, just like that. We always did the like cream cheese or maybe jalapenos and cream cheese. Just a little slice of jalapeno with cream cheese in it too.
Huh. Well, this year. The olives, my mom always puts them directly in front of me because she knows I love them so much.
Yeah.
My dad grabbed them as soon as we sat down, put two on his plate, and passed them. They never got back to my end of the table. I'm not going to say names, but one of my nieces kept it in front of her and ate every black olive, the whole can.
Oh, for shame.
I was like, there weren't any black olives.
You gotta speak up about your olives.
Well, there was so much food. It was kind of crazy.
There's a lot of stuff in the chat too about it. Carrot salad with raisins is big in the South. You can keep it down there. You can keep it way down in the South.
That explains why they called me carrot salad in college.
Because of your raisins?
Because I'm big in the South.
Oh,
that was
good one. Wow, look at you. Good one. That was I was surprising, James. I really appreciate that.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving. I've been cooking all day. There may have been some adult beverages prior to streaming. You loosen up a little bit.
Big in the South. Well, when you're bigging this out, they do loosen up a little bit. But anyways, we got raisins and coleslaw. Oh, Holly, you and me are going to have some words here in a minute. Let's see. Black olives till I got older. Now, like black olives more than green ones. I just like any
How's that
type
look?
of. That looks just like a shark tooth.
Awesome.
Already.
It does. I only like them on pizza. I'm not an olive fan.
Love them.
I know. Shame on me.
Thank you for letting me get them. Well, I guess I was buying the pizza, so you didn't have a choice. But I still would have respected you if you would have said, I hate them. When we were in Chicago, I said, you guys mind if I add black olives? And that's what was the biggest problem to everything was I couldn't order black olives on their computer. I had to call the place to add black olives to the pizza. And the stupid guy would not listen to my order. He said I had to do it online. It's like, do you have black olives? And he said, yeah. And I said, that's what I want on my pizza, and I can't get it. And he says, you got to order it online. So they got a bad review. So I think one's done. I can't believe that went that quick.
That's awesome. That's what she said, but that's awesome.
Wow. I think she would.
All right, so how's it going to hang?
I'll drill a hole right in the middle. I drill a hole with a Dremel after I cook it.
Okay. And you're going to write on the middle of it just something simple like first place or second place or...
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'll write Aquashella 2022 Florida and then a number 1 or a number 2.
Is there enough room for all of that?
Oh, yeah.
Also what she said.
So the first part is to make, the biggest thing is making it so you can, like, I tear it all up and then I roll it and smash it. I knead it, I guess, into a ball to make it easy. Because right now it's just really hard to get anything out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have to work all the air bubbles out, get it all formed together, and then I can make another tooth. So let's find a new tooth. And,
all right.
Scotty said you just made a slice of pizza.
Hopefully it has a little more texture than a slice of pizza, but
There's some olives on it. All right. Let's put this back up here.
Hopefully having 3 different ones will make it look more like shark teeth. Now, like my megalodon tooth has a whole lot of curve to it. They're really a scary shark because their teeth like actually curved outwards.
Well, I was going to ask
this way, but
like this one in the top left, it's got a little bit different shape to it. It's got some side curvage.
Yeah.
You want something like that, or you want me to find you a different one?
It has a really large root base.
Don't you think that'd be cool though, just to make it that much more different than the other ones?
Yeah.
You know, really
I
make
do.
them stand out, really make them.
And I kind of like how it's not as triangular. Or triangular, is that a word? But yeah. Yeah, that'll work. We'll make this one look like that.
Alrighty.
Good job, James.
Ricky says he loves raisin bread. And
Oh.
Raisin cookies are the problems. I have trust issues because they look like chocolate chips. They're not chocolate chips. They're raisins.
It's a trick.
Don't ever trust it. Don't trust a chocolate chip cookie unless you know it.
Now, I don't remember quite right from my childhood. My grandma Warmer, my great-grandma Warmer, she made pies during the Depression when she was like 11. And they were amazing. She didn't like have the recipes wrote down. She didn't use measuring device. She just poured everything in her hand and she made them for restaurants and stuff. So she's like, she was a master pie maker. And
I like her already.
She would make us our own pies. Like she made me a pumpkin pie just for me. She was that awesome. but I don't remember. I think she may have made my Uncle Bruce a mincemeat pie once. Now, maybe he just said that, but have you guys ever seen mincemeat pie?
Mincemeat isn't it like not just raisins, but it's like raisins and dates and stuff cut up? Isn't it a
Yeah,
few different things?
Yeah, it can be any type of fruit because we looked it up.
Okay.
And you can put alcohol in it, and you can. I think it's basically a pie made with crap, the leftovers. But you have to put some type of meat or fat in it too.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty gross.
Lefty said, "Ain't nothing wrong with the little curve." And then he said, "I'm sorry, are you using Bing? You know, Bing isn't so bad anymore. I mean, it's running on top of the original the Chrome. You know, it's running on the same platform now, so it's not near as bad as it used to be."
So
And-
yes, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say yes. I am using Bing. It came as the basic whatever with the new laptop on the Windows 11.
Wow.
But just to show how tech savvy I am, it's actually kind of like counterintelligence, because then you don't get my Google search history by accident while
There
I'm
you
putting
go.
things up for Ed live.
See, method to the madness. He was protecting himself.
James knows things.
He was.
Don't tell people that though.
I never do.
Or he was protecting us. Maybe he was protecting us.
Yes.
We don't need to see that. Hey, there's Steph.
Hi,
You know what we
Steph.
didn't do tonight? We forgot to run through the highs. It's a little late now, but we forgot to do our highs tonight.
Well, that's no.
Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you guys, everybody, for coming. Oh gosh, and somebody just hit 1,000, and I was gonna do a shout out for them, and now I'm trying to remember who it was.
Well, Fantastic Freaks is very close.
Oh my gosh, and he is so cool.
George is getting very close.
Oh my gosh, and he's even cool. Well, no, not cooler.
He's
But-
even cooler.
He's really cool too.
Poor Austin.
Austin's awesome.
And then it's just the three amigos.
Yep, I didn't realize that Austin was so tall.
Yeah. Oh, is he tall?
Well, he's 6'4".
I did not know that.
I was,
did not know that.
He said it in one of his live streams, and I was like, wow. Because I was trying to figure out what sport did he play. Because he said he was real into sports, which makes sense since he's a sports writer.
I thought he said baseball was one of his big ones.
Yeah.
He liked baseball. There's Skipper. What's up, Skipper?
And super cool Skipper. Now, what number is Skipper on?
Skipper's in the 400s, I believe, as well, right, Skipper? Or did you hit 500? He's getting up there.
So we need to build him up. So
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Ricky says he's at 409. That's the one bad thing about when we start doing all that, because everybody wants to mention where they're at, and rightfully so. I did it. Everybody does. I'm not saying, but
I didn't do it.
you lying son of a. But
I don't think I did.
I don't know if you did. I have no idea.
I
You
didn't.
probably
I was
didn't.
it for him.
Yeah, I really didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't think I cared until I started getting up there and getting close to the 1K, and then suddenly I cared very much. Oh, Skipper, that's weird. I thought you were higher than that. I thought you were in the 400s. He's at 384. He said.
Oh well, 384 is a pretty good number. Then.
There's Whip's World, Levi's Aquatics.
I cared.
Well, I cared more about James. Well, because for conventions and everything, I just wanted James to get up there because I feel like ours is more a radio show.
Yeah. Not to change the subject, but GRB, I watched one of his streams the other day. I was lurking in there, and he was playing some Tom Waits on the guitar. Tom Waits is my favorite. I know I've always said it's very hard for me to give you a favorite artist in anything, but Tom Waits is by far my favorite musical artist. Have all of his albums.
So who's
like
Tom
his older
Waits?
stuff the more. Tom Waits, he's his earlier stuff was very piano bar, singer songwriter stuff.
Oh, I love
And then he
that.
got very, very theatrical
Play
towards
me a
his
song.
others
I'm the piano man. Play me a song
current stuff.
tonight.
He played music sort of like that type. He's written a lot of songs too that people have covered, like "Old 55." The Eagles did a cover of that. A bunch of people actually have covered that. Jersey Girl. He's sort of been tied to Bruce Springsteen for a long time. There's something about him. They've been tied together, but I don't know why, because they don't sound anything alike. And anyways,
Okay, so this is what I've got so far. We're going to make it a little more.
Steven,
Let's throw Ed back up there.
we did have a fish
Can
question.
you show
What was that?
Steven? We did. I saw somebody ask what our favorite fish were,
Oh,
but I don't know, there may have been another fish question as well.
that's Levi. I see that now.
Now,
I
can tell that people are going to joke about this right now.
Yeah. Okay. And I didn't see it at first. Maybe make one side not as curved in as the other to take away from that. Whip's World pooped on you for 99 cents.
Oh, thank you, Whip. I appreciate it quite a bit.
I've
All right,
decided that I'm going to call that the doo-doo that you do when people do the super chat with the poop on it.
Well,
I like it.
The doo-doo
And
that you do.
I think I'm going to make it a little more pointed at the tops.
So who wants to go first on the favorite fish question?
I can go first. It'll probably be quick. I don't know. I have no idea what my favorite fish is currently. It's a toss up probably between the pea puffers, the Bosemani rainbows, and the Denison barbs. And I'm going by what I actually have in my fish room. That's those are three of my favorite things in the fish room. What about you, James?
So I'm going to stay with going with what I have in the fish rooms. I like that. It would either be, of course, the zebra plecos, because it's not something you see all the time, or my piranha. I mean, I love my plecos and piranhas, so it'd be one of those two.
I wanted to do that. If you look at that tooth, there's a lot of texture going straight down on it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pop it back up real quick?
I can.
I bet Ed's favorite fish in his room is either the bichers. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the bichers.
It is the bichers. Well, it's really bichie. Is my favorite bicher. The other two bichers are kind of dirt bags. I like them quite a bit, but they chew on everybody. There's nothing that they won't chew on.
Oh, you got another super chat there. Amanda Jean 165 gave you $1.49 with the black kitty cat.
Oh, thank you.
And Skipper said, I hate to say this. There are some things in the work for the Clash. They're cool, but nothing concrete yet. But why do you hate to say it? Or did you mean have to say it? Is it a typo? Oh, because that's all you could say. You can't give any details. Gotcha. Okay.
I think I need to. It has a little more of a point.
And Skipper actually helped set up the Keystone Clash last year, and he's involved again this year. So that was pretty cool.
It is very cool, and I think that was. Oh gosh,
Hey, there's Jesse.
Lost my
HC Aqua.
HC.
Hey, buddy.
He's probably right in the middle. He probably just got done with his turkey.
IHSPS had mentioned a suggestion for the striations earlier in the chat. I missed it.
I did too.
Because when Rico is here, I rely on him to take care of the chat.
Oh, I see.
And B, because I blew a light, so I was trying to fix it, but I've still not fixed it. So part of it, I wasn't even at my computer.
Let's see if I can find that up here.
What do you think?
Hold on. Let me pop you back up there, Ed, because I've had the tooth up there.
See, I was going to do the striations like you were saying, but I have to have a flat place to write. So the top I made look all roughish because that's like the roots, but I need the tooth to be smooth to write on. Do you not like it?
I'm sorry. Say that again. I was still looking for Steph. I'm not seeing it. Can you put it back in for us? Your comment.
See, the root is all
Yeah.
bumpy, but I need to have it smooth for the words.
Gotcha.
So I just kind of gave it a little bit of roughness, but not much. And I tried to drag downwards to give it a little extra.
I do like that it's a that it's a different much different shape.
So you
Yeah.
have this as a shark tooth, and now then you have this as a shark tooth.
Yeah.
This, I think, is more of the great white. It does look a lot more like a piece of pizza compared to the other one.
Let's see. Did we get Steph's? Oh, dry stiff bristle paintbrush for the striations.
Well, I just don't want to. I tried a paintbrush. The problem is it's going to be hard because I have to write in calligraphy on it. And if there's bumps, my calligraphy is going to look like poop. Because it's going to be boop, boop. So I try to
do
make
that
it
again. Do that
boop,
again. How's it?
boop.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, when Danny goes boop boop.
Yeah, I love it.
I was kind of thinking I'll go boop boop because that's kind of more what it sounds like.
Well, maybe she's more of a poop poop.
Yeah. Well, she's
a little daintier.
Oh wow, we both use dainty. But yet she's a dead ringer for me.
Oh, yes, she is. Yes, she is. And she even makes a mean stalagmite.
Yeah.
And she's got a Nico.
Yes, she is an amazing woman.
That still was just such a great stream.
Kenny is the luckiest man in the world because not only does she have a Danny, but she has an Ed Danny. I challenge her to dress like that and go to bed and have him wake up someday.
There's Steph's idea was do the calligraphy, then fill in the striations around it, leave a border, so to speak. That's what Steph said.
Well, you see,
the clay, you're not going to put the writing on. Do you put the writing on before
the clay, or when I write it? That's the second to last step because I'm going to make it, bake it, drill it, paint it, write on it, and then use the shellac, and then put the ribbon in it. And the ribbon came out really cool. I love the ribbon.
They should get fancy for you and actually make little plaques to put on it, little like brass plaques or something, little metal plaques that are etched or engraved.
Yeah, the problem is then I can't have any bump.
It would have to be embedded on there, huh?
Yeah, I thought about something like that, but then it's just not going to look as handmade. But the next ones I'm thinking about trying to do gold coins. What's the pirate?
Doubloons?
Doubloons, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking doubloons would be kind of cool. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be
absolutely.
Okay, I can't believe how fast I'm making these teeth.
Yeah, they are going quick.
What's my next tooth?
What's my next? Can't handle the
here.
tooth.
You can't. You want the tooth? The whole tooth? All right. Which one do you want?
We want something that's in between what I've got.
What about that one on the very bottom right? That's pretty.
I was just looking at that. That is definitely different.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of space to write.
I don't see. That's like a little bitty tooth, probably. They're like cute little black teeth that you find in the sand.
This one is 3.5 inches.
Okay, or not. It looks like one of those cute little shark teeth that you find.
It does. It does.
It just does. It has a lot of gum, not a lot of tooth.
Well, we've got plenty of other options.
A white background. Maybe
there's Rack.
Rack.
How about that guy right there? That's got a lot of tooth.
Oh wow, that's a
Very
whole lot of
toothy.
tooth.
There's your big first place tooth.
And Myrtle said, "We need more teeth." Guess the reference. Is it The Rock as the Tooth Fairy?
Was the Rock the Tooth Fairy?
Remember, he was The Rock was the Tooth Fairy once.
No. Sounds like a
He
lame
was in
movie.
some movie. He was the Tooth Fairy.
The last movie I saw with the Tooth Fairy in it was two Hellboys ago. The middle Hellboy had tooth fairies. They ate more than just teeth, though. They ate bones and everything.
Dee Dee wants to know if you could press a round indentation from like a cup or something to have a place to write.
Yeah. But I thought I would just write on the tooth. But she wants it. She wants the bumps on the teeth.
She wants the what?
She wants me to put the striations in there, which makes sense. I gotta find something.
Myrtle says it's Jurassic Park or Jurassic World was the movie. So yeah, it was not the movie.
Jurassic Park had
We need more
The
teeth.
Rock.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, Jurassic Park had The Rock as the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
He was only the Tooth Fairy for like the Tyrannosaurus Rex and all the bigger ones. That was his job. That's why he's so big. You know, he had to deal with the T-Rex teeth.
yeah.
That's
gotta bring
his
in a
forte
bigger-
as a Tooth Fairy person, as the Tooth Fairy, as a Tooth Fairyist.
So I saw 2 movies yesterday, and they were pretty good.
Yes, you did.
Nice.
You got to see the Ghostbusters, which I'm dying to see. And what was the other one?
I saw Raccoon City.
Say it again.
Raccoon City. It's the new versions of
Silent Hill?
nope.
No.
Starts with an R. Revels at the end.
You know, Resident Evil.
Yes.
I'm not even paying attention, honestly, but
I couldn't.
Raccoon
I couldn't
City.
remember. I knew Raccoon City, but I couldn't remember.
Well, it had nothing to do with the Mila Jovovich or whatever her name's series. It was basically identical to the games, the first 2 games.
And did you enjoy it then?
I did.
We watched. I told you we watched Lord of the Rings, and then we watched the first episode of Hawkeye on Disney Plus.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a good show. High production values, just like the other ones. It's based very, very closely to the graphic novels, the newer graphic novels. It looks interesting.
Well, let's see. What did I do today? When I got done feeding people that needed food, I was starving because I was hoping my dad would get up early, so I waited for him for a long time, but he was kind of late. And I was hoping we'd get breakfast burritos before we would go out to the place. But so I was like starving because I have all this wonderful smelling food in the car for like 3 hours or 3.5 hours. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to a fast food place as soon as we're done. Well, my mom was having a conniption because she's like, I can't pick up or lift the turkey and put it in the oven. You guys got to get home and put this in the oven. And it's like, we're on the other side of town. And it was like an apartment complex. We were going around to all the different places. And it was like, and I told Dad, these people have their food made and they're waiting for it. We need to get it to them now.
Yeah.
And we can just wait a little. And I got home, and as soon as I got home, my brother-in-law drives up, which was surprising because normally they come a little later. And we watched a little bit of the Bears game. And then I'm like, dude, I'm starving. And he was like, so am I. So we started driving around. We're going to go to McDonald's. And we went to McDonald's.
You went to McDonald's on Thanksgiving Day?
Yes.
I'm highly disappointed.
People like you are the reason I can't do retail, Ed, or fast food.
Well, it was closed. So we said, okay, well, let's try Taco Bell. And that's on the other side of town. So we drove to the other side of town. It was closed. And I was like, okay, what did we drive by that looked open? And we said, well, I think Burger King's open. Those people must have left so fast today. They left all the lights on, even the drive-through like screen for order was on. Everything was on in that place.
They're probably automated, because they close the same time every single day. So everything should be automated for that.
Well, I just thought it was hilarious. But
yeah.
The only place open, then we tried Walmart, but it closed at 2:00, I think.
So you should just stay home, right?
Open.
Yeah.
Well, we were just going to get something from the deli. It takes a long time to cook a turkey. So it was closed. Well, Bojangles is the only place that was open. So we went to Bojangles, and I thanked the girls for staying open. And I bought a chicken sandwich, and it was the stupidest chicken sandwich I ever bought. It was so bad.
Chappy.
It was like the meat was like a big round piece of meat on, I don't know. But the tomato was awesome because it was huge. Hi, Chappy.
Good night, Daniel.
Night, Daniel.
Daniel, have a great night. I'm a Dragon Layer who says, yo, for fast food places closing on Thanksgiving, everything should close.
100%.
It almost killed me when I was working Thanksgiving and people would come in and they go, I'm sorry you have to work. Yeah, I have to work because you're here. That way you can be mean to me instead of your family.
Yes.
We know you didn't really forget the can of cranberries. You just needed to get away from them for a while.
There was no cans of cranberries anywhere to be found in Chattanooga.
There was none to be found in this house either, thankfully.
This house either. Yes.
I love me my cranberries. Just saying. I do. Can I say
Bunny
that
Viper
again?
said, just joined. What's up with the shark tooth? So Ed is making the first, second, and third place medals. And hi, Bunny Viper, for Aquashella. Which one? Just Chicago, or that's the Chicago,
Orlando?
Right? Orlando.
Oh, I thought Chicago was up next. Orlando's up next?
Orlando.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Okay. That's right. I forgot.
But it really made me feel good that the people liked my things. They were like, we always get plaques and trophies, and they take up so much space. But these medals look so cool on the wall.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wish I got trophies all the time. But I'm not that good. But
J-Rock said he feels bad that you delivered all these awesome meals and didn't get a Thanksgiving dinner yourself. He did, though. He did. It was just later on. They had Thanksgiving dinner at home.
Well, you know what? I think they gave us 2 for Dad and I, but we decided to throw those in with bigger families.
Nice.
So, like, one family had 6 people in the family, and the other one had 8. And so we gave them ours.
Very cool of you.
So, yeah.
We had a church that every year would come by and bring Thanksgiving plates to Dollar General where I worked at. And I always appreciated that. That was always very kind of them.
And Whip, I agree with that 100%. He says 100% no. There's so many people who can't afford to miss a day's pay, but it should be a paid day off. It really should. It really should across the board. And there's some places that can't close yet, gas stations and things like that.
Movie theaters can't close.
Well, those places should. You don't need to watch movies on Thanksgiving.
But there's so many people that are by themselves and have nothing to do, and they're lonely.
Yeah, good point. But it should never be a mandatory thing. It should be a volunteer thing, and it should be, if that place is not essential, it should be really good pay for those people, a huge bonus for them.
Yeah, they don't do that for the kids.
So I'll say this, after a lot of years of retail management and knowing how the system works, I feel like were we not in the situation we are with employment levels and the lack thereof, those places would have still been open. I don't think any
Oh.
of those places took it upon themselves in good faith to give their employees a holiday off for the sake of doing so. I feel like because we have the lack of employees to run a lot of these businesses regular hours anyways, they said the heck with it.
They would just quit. Just quit for the holiday and pick a new job because they're all hiring.
Yes, and most of these places are working towards being open more, not less. So, like, we were looking at, how soon were we going to be open on Christmas? Because that was the one holiday we always were closed on at Dollar General. But we knew it was just a matter of time before we started being open Christmas Day. So
It's just sad. It's just a sad. I don't know. It just sucks for people that work the retail. And again, I get it. The paycheck is important. Obviously, it just shouldn't be a. It shouldn't be a choice.
Well, when I worked at the movie theater 25 years ago, you had the choice of you work Christmas. We either had to work Christmas, but you had to pick two of 4 days: Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and New Year's, and they'd let you have 2 of those off.
That's fair. I mean,
I guess, but I worked Christmas Day, and there were a lot of single, lonely people.
yeah, and that was a good point. I've
but we have
never
YouTube
really
now.
been a single lonely person. I mean, I've been married twice. I've just never really. I'm not bragging by any means. I'm just saying I've never been one of those people. And so I just never saw it from that point. But I do see that because that's why we're doing the Christmas Day stream. Is because I know there's people out there that are going to be alone on Christmas, and I want them to have some place to hang out with some people that they at least semi know. So that's why we're doing a 24-hour live stream on Christmas, just to give people a place to hang out that are alone. I'm trying to get other channels too to maybe do like Christmas Eve and maybe the day after Christmas, just so there's a good coverage there,
I'm going to just turn it on Christmas Eve and stream until I hit 3,000. That's what I'm going to do.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
We'll get to watch you sleep on the stream.
Possibly.
We'll probably talk forever.
That won't be creepy at all. People watching you while you're sleeping.
That's a big thing on other platforms. It's really, really weird. It's a big thing for especially attractive people to sleep on their live streams. It's like, okay, I think you all forgot that there need to be boundaries on the internet.
Yeah.
Everybody got locked in their houses a little bit too long. James has stamina. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time by any means that I stayed up for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this one looks like it or not. I don't think it does, but it looks different. Oh, can you make me big? I knew how to pop that up, but I didn't know how to make me big and that little. I don't know.
It doesn't look as shark toothy as the other ones, but it is very different than the other ones. You know what I mean? Which again, I think that's a positive. You want to have them, all three of them, look very different, but it's not super shark toothy.
Yeah. I think I need to make the gum come down more of a V.
Maybe even just a little bit wider.
Well, that's what I was trying to. That one wasn't very wide. But I'll make it a little wider. It's actually probably the heaviest one of them all. Okay.
I agree, Whip. I agree with what you said. National holidays should be a paid day off for everyone that's not an essential employee. Until it is, I can't back the idea of forcing people to take an unpaid day off. I think it should be volunteer, though. I think vice versa, what you're saying, is that it also shouldn't be forced on people to work on that day if they don't want to. They should be able to take that day off with no penalty as well. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's one of their normal days off during the week or whatever, I just feel like they shouldn't, it should be voluntary. And if you get enough people to stay open, then you stay open. If you don't get enough people to run the business, then, I just I don't know. But
There was
we are on the
It's
same page, Whip. We are.
absolutely, and it's a slippery slope.
It
So,
is.
like,
It
one
is.
of my requirements was I had to work every single week, 6 days minimum.
I hated that.
Was my requirement, which meant the week of Christmas, where we were closed on Christmas, I was forced for that to be my day off. I didn't have a choice in what day of the week I had off. So there was no, nothing else that week. If I needed to tend to it, I couldn't take the day off for it. I had to have Christmas off that week
Yeah.
because I had to be in the building 6 days a week, amongst other crazy requirements. So
Dee Dee, those are all essentials, though. Hospitals, police, prisons, all required. Those are essential. That's not even included because we have to have things like that. And then, yes, it does suck for the people who are in those careers, but those are essential things. So those aren't even included with the conversation, unfortunately for them.
Well, let's bring that into the conversation. What if we just gave all the prisoners a couple extra cheese sandwiches
And everybody went home.
and a couple bottles of water?
I don't think that's going to, keep the prison safe. I don't think they can let people go home extra. Hey, you guys, we're going to trust you to be good. And here's an extra cheese sandwich. I don't think it's not going to work.
Well, I don't think we need to trust them. We just lock it.
All right, we'll see you guys. Shut it down. We'll see you guys in a couple days.
Get some mad dogs to roam around the middle.
Well, the trick is you don't tell them, and then you just have it set up where remotely you can broadcast over the PA system. So you just randomly broadcast a couple times throughout the day, and they think people are there.
Oh, yeah, with all that technology, like maybe you could what if we just gas them and put them to sleep?
Oh Lord,
I don't know.
Oh, Ed.
I don't know necessarily. Yeah.
I think if I was in prison, I would just like to be in a comatose state the whole time.
Yeah, I actually sort of agree with you there. I was in jail a couple of nights and I wanted to be comatose the whole time. Hey, Kenny, I did watch The Wheel of Time. Love it. I'm a fan of the series overall. I think it's a really, really good series of books, although there are things about the series that I don't like.
How about that?
Oh, yeah, that looks way better with that. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes it look more shark-toothy. That looks good.
This one weighs about a pound. Well, maybe 3/4. Okay, so let's put all the shark teeth up. Would you know that this and this was it's really hard to hold. Do they both look like shark tooth enough?
Oh, yeah.
Does this
yeah.
need more work?
Yeah.
No. Well, I don't know. Now that I see that raised part on the one, I almost think they all should have it, but I don't know how difficult that's going to make it for you to write on it then.
Well, I won't write on the raised part.
Oh, it'll be below that.
The pizza piece does have a raised. The pizza's already cooling down. See, I work it in my hand to get it warm, and it's more pliable.
I do want to say that Rico Stan's stream is waiting for Rico Stan. He's got some people hanging out in the chat right now.
I didn't even realize we're over.
Oh gosh. Well, let's end it, and I'll work some more on Rico's.
Yeah, come over and
guys, thank you so much for joining me this week on Crafted. I appreciate you guys supporting me. Hopefully it doesn't get boring, and if it does, let me know and we'll change it up some. But I really enjoy having fun and making things. And I haven't put the tanks up behind me. Well, this one I'm just waiting for Sean, but this one hopefully will be done next week. And then the one that's going to go here, the cave tank, I was waiting because I've got some special background that's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. It's crazy. I ordered a couple things online, and they said it was going to come in either on Wednesday or Thursday. And instead, they're coming in, I guess, on Friday because nothing could come in today. So once I change the background in the back, that's going to be it. Oh, Nico. that'll be a nice plus too. But
Absolutely.
and then I will be getting back into the fish room here eventually. Oh, yeah, there goes Nico. I will be getting back into the fish room. I just have to get the Ethernet hooked up in there. But guys, thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you, mods. You guys were awesome. I didn't hear anybody fighting or anything. The one bad thing about this is the monitor's so far away I can't see anything. But thank you guys, and I hope everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Rico Stan link is in the chat. For those of us who are with us, go check him out live starting now.